Hey all, today we are going to talk about a topic named as Everything is Online, a digital world. One day I decided to watch a series with my friends and all agreed. On that day, we thought while watching we need some tasty food to make it complete and look like a party. Then I got an idea to order food online and thought that why to go to restaurant? We could have delivered it at home and with that too amazing offers and exciting cashbacks. We all contributed and ordered it online. 5, 6 years ago, I was not even able to imagine that one day I will order food and it will get delivered. Today, while reading this, you will not feel that much shocking because it is casual for you as of now. Nowadays, everything is online and we don't have to go outside and search for anything. All comes to your fingertips. Just 2, 3 clicks and some swipes and it's done. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it great? Whatever you want, you can buy online. Maybe it is groceries, foods, clothes, home appliances, electronics, books, and accessories, and many more. Even you can sell old things so that you can buy them as a second-hand product on the internet. Okay, let's talk about another thing. How about social media? Anybody who has internet access, they are on social media. Everyone creating their virtual presence on internet and share their information to create a profile like who they are, what do they do, where do they live, their birth dates, relationships, everything they have, they are sharing online. People feel connected on social media more than in real life. They connect with known and unknown people out there and make friends all around the globe. On social media, they share memories, achievements, status in the form of images and videos, and all others like and pass comments on it. How amazing it is! They're all connected and just 2, 3 fingers types away from each other. The world is so small now. Wow. Here is one more interesting thing. People are searching for their partners, their soulmates, online websites for marriages and dating, matching their traits based upon what they have written in their profile. How easy it has become, searching for life partner by just sitting at home and scrolling down pages. Crazy, you know. Everything is online, and so what leftovers? Oh, education. How will it remain behind? Students have to know what they have to learn, and that's all. They themselves can learn it online by watching recorded videos on various platforms. Some of them are paid and some are free. They will also get certificate and degrees and that they can showcase in their profile, resume for a job or to show achievements for the further studies. These learnings don't take much of time and most of the content is to the point. Best thing about the online courses is that anyone can learn with their own pace and they don't waste your years of life just to learn some subjects. Plus, it also saves a lot of money. These courses teach one basic thing also, self-learning. How great internet is. We all have access to the whole world and we are all connected to different people around the globe as a family. Wait. This is only one side of the story. All that we discuss now is one side of the coin. There's another serious issue which we have to understand. All we are doing is creating our virtual version, giving ourselves a digital birth and trying to live a new digital life, which is not that good as we thought or expected. While using different technology, we are giving up our ability to work, our ability to think, we are losing our control, losing connection with nature and harming relations with the other people in real life. Losing human power just by sitting and surfing over the internet, finding unwanted things, watching them, listening them, losing attention time span. Doing all this everything online may damage your healthy life. It comes with the worst side effects like anxiety, depression, stress, insomnia. Remember, the technology that connects us also controls us. The technology that connects us also divides us. The technology that connects us also distracts us. It connects us but also monetizes us. It connects us but also manipulates us, and it connects us but also polarizes us. It creates distance in real life between peoples. What you think? Everything you do online is free and you don't have to pay anything for whatever you do online. Take a moment and try to think why all these tech giants created these amazing products, things they give you online to use at a free of cost. Are they doing any social work? Do you think like that? Keep in mind that if you are not paying for a product, you are the product. There's no such thing as a free lunch in this world. Let's see what happens when you create social media account. When you first sign up on social media, you have given n number of choices to choose from what type of content you like, who you want to follow, who do you want to make friends likewise. When you enter, you will see content of your choice, but later on, you will be end up looking at the content that those tech giants want to show up to you. Once you pay attention on any post and they will start showing you the similar content and then jump on the similar posts. This continues and you get addicted. They track your each and every moment, which post you like, which you don't like, how much time you have spent on watching a particular content. This is like a loophole in which you get trapped and you get addicted. You will come daily to see those content pieces and this will ultimately reduce your attention span, making you a free butterfly jumping from one post to another in a garden of tech giants. They analyze your data, depending upon that, show you the ads, sell your data to the other third party people, and will use that data to make their profits. You will unknowingly or unconsciously giving your control in their hand and they continuously monetize you. Have you ever posted something on social media and then later check to see how many likes you receive? Just think about it and why do you want to be liked? As a social being, we want to be liked and that people are talking about ourselves. We always want that everyone should give their attention to us. Like, has anyone liked something of mine? Has anyone tagged me? It's a habit that we quickly get pulled to and it's addictive. And that little rush that you get when your post gets more likes than the normal, there is a reason behind the rush. And what's that reason? It's dopamine. For every thumbs up or a like or a heart that we get, a little psychological high through a shot of dopamine. The more likes, the more shots. The more shots we have, the more shots we want. And here we are in loop. Scientists used to think that dopamine was responsible for pleasures in the brain, but now we know that rather than to create pleasures, it makes us seek it. We someone When someone pass a wrong or rude comments on your post, you feel bad. You get disheartened, discouraged. You might feel depressed and get angry at some time. Say you have achieved something or you have got a job, say, and you share this information on social media as well as with your family. Now your family will celebrate it for your happiness, but your whole attention will be on the social media, collecting that congratulations from known and unknown people who don't even care about what and how much work you have to put for that achievement. Ignoring the real world family and friends, the peoples, real world peoples, we give more attention to the virtual people. A 5,000-person study found that higher social media use correlated with self-reported declines in the mental and the physical health and also the life satisfaction. The number of countries with political disinformation campaigns on social media, they are doubled in these past 2 years. 64% of the people who joined extremist group on the social media on the Facebook say they did so because of the algorithms steered to them there. That's why we should avoid the excess use of the social media because they are manipulating us. They are taking our control and they are controlling us. Okay, we have talked about all these things. So what about education? That is at least not harmful, right? But here is a loop. Here the students are not getting distracted, but the parents are. They are being misled. The internet has a lot of data and most of the data is unrelated and misleading. Students has precisely the find information. He has to find that information precisely and for self-learning without getting distracted. As said earlier, many companies pour their money in marketing rather than working on their contents and improving it. And they sell these courses at huge prices, which is not worth that price. Many students and parents put their income in these courses by looking at companies' false advertisements and fraudulent result claims. After enrolling, they get to know that the claims are fake and the content is not much good as when compared to its price and what they have to spend for that. This company is now targeting the children of age just 5 to 10 years, selling the high level courses with low quality content, which are not even suitable for those ages. Just think about a 5-year old child. They are misleading us, the parents, by charming the parents about their child. Likewise, they may say that your child is so smart, she's so brilliant, oh, he's so intelligent, he is way ahead of the children, and blah blah blah. That's why it is way more difficult to find a good content online to learn at free of cost or even at paid one. And most importantly, this it is that there is no such thing like character building or a social development in online education, and which is the vital part. Actually, you may say that is the essence of learning. As we all are social animals, we give more attention when we learn face to face. In online education, we require to look at the screen continuously, which emits the blue light, harmful to our health also. So online shopping is on another level only. Just try this. Go to any shopping website, search for any products, and check out 2 3 products. And after that, try to visit different websites, and then you will see the ads of the same product that you have checked on the shopping website. It leverages you with discounts and offers. It is like someone is spying on you and following you. He is capturing every movement that you are doing, and that too without your permission. Tell me, how do you feel when anyone is spying and looking on you? Due to these kinds of things, sometimes you end up buying the products that are unnecessary. I tell you example, one of my friends buys a new smartphone every year. And when I asked him that why do you have bought this smartphone even when you have bought the another one, the previous one, just a few months ago? And I was shocked when he replied that there was a big offer and a huge discount and that's why I bought it. I said, then what? You have to pay money even though the offer is there. Wasting money on the needless products. Same goes with the online food order. For the first time when you order the food with the exciting cashbacks, you feel good. But this later on, the orders will be made on the regular basis and eating an unhealthy food, it becomes your daily basis, daily habit. If we keep ordering the food online, then one day we will forget to enjoy going outside for the restaurants with our friends, family for celebration parties, etc. And that is only creating a real happiness in our lives. And we are forgetting that only. Now, talking about the matrimonial websites. See, finding partner online is one of the most worst things I've ever heard in my life. What is the point of your existence if you are finding your life partner on an online platform and in a virtual world? Today's new generation is directly entering in digital world from age of 2 3 years, and that too without experiencing a real world. And the main tragedy is that many people encouraging these children to do so. Human being is a weird animal. If we try to understand the human psychology, then we will find that we humans are always trying to do the work which has minimal friction or the less challenges. Our mind always chooses what is easy. But as we know, the challenges are a part of life and they are necessary to improve our ability and intelligence. These tech giants now, they're reducing that friction between work and you, and ultimately they are removing the challenges from your life, your real life. Everything is now accessible in 2 3 taps, and never before have a handful of tech giants had such a control over the way billions of think, act, and live in our life. So, what is the solution? A balanced and a limited use of the online resources whenever necessary. Only this is a solution. Only order the food in case of the emergency, or you are celebrating any special event at home, and that too if you want. Only do shopping whenever you need something and which is not available near you, or huge discount is made available on the platform and you trust it. That is only that's also important. Only use social media if you want to find your friend or a relative maybe and who is not in contact with you for a long time, or for quickly sharing any necessary information or a document or file, and avoid excess using of it. Excess, everything in excess creates something bad. And as we know that we are facing this enormous pandemic situation, there is no other option than online education, but we should try to focus on how we can improve it and get good quality education. And at final, I'd like to say that we should come out of this virtual world and try to explore the new amazing real world. We are not connected to the world. Nature is not different from us. We are a part of nature, rather, we are the nature itself. We should travel around the world, meet new peoples, go outside for the celebrations, make real world friends, play the real world games, face challenges that makes us strong and physically as well as mentally, learn from the nature. We should express our thoughts and feelings and emotions in the real world with the real people than to a virtual world. Thank you so much.